Good evening, students. I welcome to the English class. Today, we'll be learning the new topic, and I hope if you remember, we were discussing the topic that was invitation and a reply, and we have done a half go with that. Today, we'll continue the same topic and be ready to explore something more about reply. How do you reply? Whether it is a formal context or informal context, or it is a situation where how you need to act. So everything we'll be discussing today. So be ready and enjoy the class. And if you have any doubt, you can write to me and we'll connect and we'll discuss. Okay.
As we have discussed in our previous class, and I hope all of you remember it, that was the part, that was a formal invitation. In the formal invitation, we discussed card format and a letter format. And here, in a card format, a quick, you can see students very nicely written here. The words that the principal, staffs, and students of DAB Public School closely request your benign presence on the auspicious occasion of the annual function, the school at 10 a.m. on 1st April, day, year 2025-26 aspect suitability. And the chief guest name has been mentioned here. We might not have discussed in a previous video or previous class. You can see it here. So here we are writing it, the guest name will be the chief guest and will give away the prize in students. And see students, here it is written in the center RSVP. There's no hard and fast rule that you're going to write only on the left hand side or on the right hand side. Choose to write even in the center also. See, at the end, this writing should be very presentable. And when somebody reader or the one who is going to receive your invitation, they should see it must be very content clarity should be there. A date and event should be very clear. So that's you can see it here in this question. The invitation the same is there. Currently we have 4 marks. Just a quick revision of our previous class. Okay. Uh, just one more sample we are discussing here. Just let's see it. Mr. and Mrs. J.B. Meher request the pleasure of your benign presence on the auspicious of first birthday party of the Mahira Shub Banquet Hall and the address, and then you can see the pictorial appearance. See, it is not compulsory that you should get more pictures. It's you who make it creative. So as creative you are, that much makes your writing very appealing, and the teacher becomes very bound to give you good marks. Okay, so that's why at the end of the day, where you appeal your writing for a good mark. So that's 1 mark, half mark is very important for you. So when you compete it with others to secure some marks, it's 95 or 96 or 97 or 98, sometimes even 99. So this kind of presentation makes you visible how you can make a score. Okay, let us come to the next understanding. Formal invitation we discussed. Just you for a recall. I see school letter here, school address, and if it is a school letter, there's a letter pad. It's often written. So sender's receiver's address, sender's address, first is sender address. That's a school pad here, and date just here written in the after the receiver address, but we follow it before the receiver address. Salutation, that here it has been mentioned in the middle, and subject. These sequential changes these days, it is happening in the format, and teachers, I mean, in the various books, in the various reference books, this has been done. Students, be careful, it is followed the same letter format. So this change, don't try to make this kind of changes in your format, what it has been done here. Okay. So you can see the words over there: English Literary and Debating Society of a School has organized inter-school declamation competition. More vocational courses should be introduced and at the students from all over Punjab and Haryana and Himachal Pradesh to participate in the competition. So you can see the content part. You can visualize it, understand how it's presented. Just after your previous discussions, as you've read the formal letters, as I shared you in the formal letters, after the same, just do not get affected with the system what it has mentioned here. So just remember sender address, date, receiver address, and subject, then followed by salutation. That will be there what it has been mentioned here. Some changes, some are doing it, but we are still with the same format. There's no change in the format. Okay. So the kind of changes various writers, various publications. Here's tried. Okay. Next, you can see the invitation here. This actual one. See, uh, receiver address, date, and receiver address. Invitation for annual day, respected sir, here the content, and even for the reply, we communicate this. There's the email ID, so you can write it and leave it as possible. See, your content should be very simple, very creative, and very appealing. That's why, see, and major thing when you write, you don't forget to mention the date where because that is the main part of your content. See, 25 May, 20, timing, location. If someone is if you're inviting that person, I hope you remember we write at one location. So requesting to be acknowledged for that program. So here you can ask even that way, like you are the guest of honor or a special dignitary or whatever as per the as you're writing it, you can mention that. Now let's come to the next segment, formal reply acceptance. See it here, students. Major characteristics. Follow the invitation. Whenever somebody invites you, remember it when they reject or don't reject in your text. Whatever you do it. But first acknowledge you and express thanks in third person. All of you, or most of the time, you remember it. Use third person. I hope students you understand the difference first person, second person, third person. That's why if you don't understand, do write me to tell me. I have to take a special class or some other class to explain what is first person, second person, third person. And mention acceptance or regret. This is the main difference that need to put. That is acceptance or regret. You need as much to make a difference whether it's acceptance or regret. Okay. So if you're not mentioning these two terms properly, then you have to regret with it. Specify the reason for your refusal. Yes, when you reject somebody's invitation, do mention you're rejecting. Not give some kiddie kind of information. Do give a general information, for example, health issues, medications, examinations, travelings. Do not give a casual kind of a reason that does not sound appropriate. That's why sometimes people do not find it easy for the formal situations. Next, be brief and specific. To the point. सीधी बात no bakwas. You might have heard. And that's why be brief and specific. Be formal. Be formal in tone. So you have to keep your language tonality. Check your tonality, and when you write somebody, that is very much essential. How do you treat it? This is a way of presenting it. So this form is here a reply. Send that is of your formal reply card format, and you can choose even to write the same kind of reply in both the thing. Simple example, it is the to sender's address letterhead, and then date, salutation, acknowledging the invitation, then follow up if any, if you need something from the person who has invited you, then subscription and signature. You have to sign it. Let's deal with some more examples. Let's check. Let's bring your clarity in this question. You can see here your question number, your opinion. The seminar is to introduce the students to the usefulness of dealing with personal and social problems. That so you can see something not right. What I am showing it, you don't write this on this pointers. Please students don't mention it. And this part is sender address. And after writing the sender address, do give a space, do leave a space. After date, even do leave a space, and then subject. And dear madam, see, this is an actual text format, but just ignore some what editing the typo errors. These errors, what you have seen in the previous invitation part, there was a change in the formatting. So you can see even a typo errors over there. So you can see it here, acceptance of the invitation to a seminar on same, what purpose you are writing it, on what ground you are accepting it. Same seminar on the art therapy, the way for. Dear madam, it is certainly a matter of great honor to be invited to conduct a seminar for students on art. So accepting it, you're showing a acceptance, I mean, so you're acknowledging it, then acceptance part come, acknowledging that you have received it. It's your very much honor you invited me. I shall be delighted. Yes, it's usefulness of art in dealing with personal and social problems. Listen, if I am provided with transported for the occasion, okay, means if the transporting occasion is just if something is going to institution can. Okay, definitely I'll show you something more. If was what we discussed, formal we discussed, recap I did it. Letter, okay, here letter one reply, card reply, and you can see the card reply here. Two examples in front of you, students. One has address and date. One do not has address and date. Okay. So if in some case you're forgetting it, please do not, students don't forget. Do write it down. Date. Either the sequence can be top date, after that address, or address first date, any sequence. This is a reply of the card. Clearly understand. Card of invitation, reply, and in the reply you can see it clearly that Mrs. Navi inauguration of showroom earlier on Sunday, 20th July 2025, 26. Here you're choosing it's up to you. And see, students, most of the time when you write the examination, during the examination time, or in the question, if dates have been given, you follow the question dates. It's nothing given. It's all up to you. You have to calculate on which date you are writing and which day the program is. And accordingly, you have to give it. It should look real you're writing it. Readers should know you have written in a real one. It's not a made up. Okay, you haven't just a sick thinking of it. Should look clear. Okay. And see all the information here, the important one. Word limit is very means here you can see brief to the point, no here and there talk. So 11 a.m. B12 Rohini Delhi over the inability to be present on the occasion due to prior commitments. And this is the acceptance part. Wish the young boy happy returns of the day, but regret the inability. Both regret one, you have to check and give the reasons. So at the end, you have to give the blessings, whichever program it is, and give the best wishes, and even a blessings for whom you are writing it. Okay. So today we are just close to completion of a formal discussion. We'll continue our discussion. Okay.